give you all a copy of a part of the ordinance for the zoning board. We're seating the new zoning board, and one thing that we looked at was the compensation to the zoning board members for the meeting. And I would like to raise it to $80 per meeting. That is not per month, that's per meeting. They're taking time out of their life to show up for a meeting that they don't know when it's gonna be. So all board members, you got a copy of it there in front of you. You wanna weigh in on it?
This will be for everybody that shows up to the meeting.
Shows up to the meeting, yes.
So if one person doesn't, how many do they have to have a quorum, same as we do? How many we got on there?
Pretty close, there's 7 of them, they need 4.
The president doesn't get to vote. You're not being the president, I'm not.
No.
He's out. Well, I think it's very generous, extremely generous, but probably fair. Anybody got anything else with it?
I don't read it.
Around what ordinance number would that be?
The 2025-06.
Say it again.
2025-06.
You only had 6 ordinances all year so far?
Do what?
You've only had 6 ordinances all year.
Yeah.
Seems like we've had a slow year.
You can get a motion on that.
I make a motion that we approve the ordinance for the zoning board.
Gene made a motion to approve. Second.
Second.
John seconded. Roll call vote.
Sandy Coffey?
Yes.
Sandy Z?
Yes.
Kathy?
Yes.
Gene?
Yes.
Ron?
Yes.
John?
Was that Ron or John?
Both.
Oh, yes.
Oh, sorry.
Don't do this at the same time.
Get it all. That motion carried. Appropriation ordinance.
We have the levy ordinance.
The levy,
Tax levy is listed in my ordinance report.
okay.
Actually, the appropriation ordinance was adopted way back.
Okay, I got the wrong, no, that's, sorry about that. Okay, levy ordinance, okay.
Can we do it now? Let's down here.
You want to go ahead and do it now, or you want to wait?
We can wait till we get down there, that's fine. Park ordinance discussion. Anybody got any more input on that, or?
What's the ordinance?
Well, we're wanting to get ideas on it, things from the board, things that need to be in it, like to see in it, so that we can get a rough draft, get our ideas of what we need in it, get them to Dale so he can get us a rough draft.
Do you have a copy of the old one? I do. Or is there an old one?
Not actually.
I think maybe have more signs up, so people are aware of the time, the hours after dusk, that certain age of a child in the park should be accompanied by an adult at all times. That way, if something does happen, then parents need to be held accountable for that.
Dale, does,
During my tenure, I do not recall ever doing a park ordinance as to get us to the park.
We had
I don't remember one either.
We had one.
At various,
I thought we said kind of,
Yeah.
at various times, I believe this board may have set the rule and set out a sign, but it has never been codified into, as it would have to be if you were ever going to enforce it. I don't recall running across that old ordinance in my ordinance book, but maybe that one got overlooked. I don't know how far back that was or when it occurred. It's not in the original ordinances from the 90s.
well, if we're gonna get,
would it be an ordinance in its own, or would it be a part of the public safety ordinance? Or where would it have, in other words, if it's gonna be an ordinance of its own, we might as well work on it and get it done. We gotta go through, get a lot of them done.
Yes, I would say instead of doing it piecemeal, I think you're approaching it that way, Mayor. Yeah, sit down and decide what you want the rules to be for the park, put it all into one ordinance, find a place in the code to put it under the public park.
I think it would make it more enforceable if we ever had to, that's my opinion. So,
You definitely need to have the ordinance in writing, properly published,
right.
if you're going to enforce it in court.
So, if it's okay with you guys, board members, why don't you, between now and the next meeting, jot down your ideas, what you'd like to see, and we'll look it over and get our ideas to Dale and get an ordinance drafted up, try to get it passed here before the weather gets nice in the spring again, the park gets busy.
I'm gonna say, yeah, I think if we all do it by next month, have it together so that we can get it moving, because
Yeah.
we need to do something with it, yes.
Yeah,
It would be nice if we had a copy of the last ordinance so we could have something to the last work. And it shows that we have a park ordinance, right? Carol?
there's,
What?
You said there was a park ordinance.
Yeah, there was a park ordinance. It was drafted back when they were having all those fires here in Loda. And then they drafted up one then, like the park closed at 9 o'clock. And it was open, I think at 9 or 10 in the morning. But yes, there is an
so
ordinance.
that'd be back around,
If you could put a copy of it in the minutes.
that'd be back around 2010, right in that area.
Yeah,
We'll have to look, see what we can find. But you
it's
can
in the file cabinet.
Yeah, you can still, jot down your ideas on stuff, you know.
Kind of just going on.
Huh?
Nothing.
Bigger signs.
Well, yeah, that'll all be,
Yeah.
but we can post anything we want on the sign.
You know, open and close,
Yeah.
that, close
Yeah.
it does, that one
Mhm.
on the side of
Yeah, but it's
the.
gotta be against the law,
Bathroom.
officially against the law too.
Yeah, we don't have, you know, we can put up all the signs we want, but we don't have an ordinance to back it up.
Okay.
While you're on the park too, I made a suggestion before, but I think we need to have some type of, we have cameras on the other building, main building, but I think we need to have some type of cameras up there. You don't need to get expensive camera, something.
That if something does happen up there to a child or anyone, it can be validated through that camera.
Mhm.
That's not a bad idea to look into.
The Wi-Fi run solar security cameras aren't real expensive, but we'd have to have Wi-Fi, so we'd have to drop internet into the bathroom or something with a good enough Wi-Fi that it would pick the cameras up around there. I wouldn't want to run wires everywhere through the air.
No.
You know, you don't want wire. But that's just something I think we really want to get to.
I agree, that way if there's damage to the park or whatever goes on into that park, kids drinking underage, something happens, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, we'll look into it, Sandy. You want to look into it?
Yeah, I can.
I'll show you the camp, what the, solar, they're solar, so they recharge, and Wi-Fi that we got at home, and they're good, they work good.
Does the library have Wi-Fi?
I don't know, we can check and see.
Yes, the library has one.
They have one.
If they let us use it, and if it would reach to the phone.
They just switched to the new people too.
I had checked to see. Okay. Okay, that's, about all I've got right now. Oh, wait, we'll get it on here. Yeah, that's about all I've got for old business. Moving on. Trustee reports, updates. Sandy Coffee, we got an update, or on cleanup day.
We had 3 of the, I don't know how many y'all did, but it was a big dumpster.
The big
full.
roll-off box.
We had no problems with anybody at all, except for one that wanted to do a house clean out and called us all a few choice names, but, well, not all of us that were there. But we got on it, and other than that, we had everybody's very respectful with it, no problems at all. And I talked to Gene, he was supposed to call me back and he didn't, about a bill, how much it was, but
We haven't got the bill
That was
yet.
figuring right at probably about 1,200, 1,300 probably.
And they were full, they were level full.
And she thanked us for having, not
Yeah.
going way over the top and, you know, that didn't
And we need to thank Richard Coffey, worked to take a load of the scrap that couldn't go in the roll-off boxes. It was all tin stuff, so it didn't pay much, but he used his trailer and loaded it up, took it to Mervis. Stuff that couldn't go in the roll-off boxes. Okay, John, you got anything? Ron? Me? Kathy, you got anything, old business?
No.
Sandy? Sandy?
No.
Okay, clerk, you got anything, old business?
No.
Treasurer, you got any old business?
I do. So we have a website officially. It's still somewhat under construction, but it is up and active. It's villageofloda.org. So we have options for contact us out there. We have options to sign up for like village news, whether it's hydrants or flushing or something like that, where messaging will go out. So it's there and it's definitely live. It's still a work in progress, but we've got a little action going on finally. And then for the software update, so software, the transition over to the new software is almost completed. Just doing a little bit of an internal audit on myself as I was adjusting to paying checks and everything. I want to make sure I've got all the right ledgers in there. And then that will be done, but we're pretty well functioning out of that. The village phones. So the 386 number is coming over to us. There was an issue with the port coming from AT&T to Verizon, so it has things a little bit flubbed up. But there is a desk phone in there that now does work. What it will be is our 386 number. When you dial it, it will have the options for, you know, leave a message or speak to water or, and have the phone tree, out there. So the little bit of the issue with the AT&T number kind of got me messed up there, but as of tomorrow morning, I should still have everything forwarding correct. So final steps for that, and then for the communication platform review. So like I was hoping, the website that we have set up now has allowed for me, for now it's just email as an option. We're not doing texting or anything. Maybe we'll come up with something like that down the line, but because the email was built in and I can do different automations, that's why it is set that way. So those are almost ready to be no longer old and just off our agenda completely.
Okay, Dale, tax levy.
Okay. Back in, probably June, back in the first quarter, we adopted an appropriation ordinance authorizing you to spend permanent sums to operate the village. And to consider a tax levy which authorizes the county clerk to expend county collector to tax for you. The first column is the amounts appropriated. That you've already done. The only reason those are there is because there's a rule that you can levy, you cannot levy more than you appropriate. So that is there just to make sure we don't accidentally break that rule. What we have done in proposing this levy is an increase not in the rate but in the dollar amount. of less than 5%. That keeps you up to date with inflation, but does not require a public hearing. Last year, you have a maximum rate of 0.25. Last year, you were at 0.22. Which is down from the year before when you were 0.23. That is because your total assessed valuation, according to the assessor, went up. Let me see here. The total assessment is now up to 5.4 million EPA. I can't find last year's, but it's a big increase from 2 years ago when it was 3.8 million. The actual dollar increase is around 1,300.
How much?
1,300.
Over last year?
We're bringing it up to 30,500.
You're saying this is how much? You're saying, I'm figuring it out.
The total amount of your levy is 30,500. You're increasing $1,300, but that will not, probably won't increase your rate.
Okay, so that.
Last year, by doing that, the rate went down.
So that 13% of that 30,500.
Yes. Very simple math, approximately 30,000, 5% of that is about 1,500. You round it down, so your increase is about 1,500.
We need to vote on this tonight.
I highly recommend that you do.
I think it's a good idea.
We're getting close. It is not due until the final Tuesday of the month of December. So we have one more
Let's
month
not
to
take that
go.
chance. I make a motion, we pass this ordinance number 07.
Yeah. 2025-07.
John made a motion to pass ordinance 2025-07. Can I have a second? Second. Gene Green, seconds. Roll call vote.
Alright, Sandy Z,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Jean,
Yes.
Ron,
Yes.
Sandy C.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Not much more. I have been checking on following up on the park thing. I've been going through this book here. The park is mentioned basically on hours and alcohol in your original zoning or in your original codified ordinances.
Right.
I still haven't found the ordinance adding anything to that.
You didn't find it in the book?
I did not.
I got
There should
one.
be a very old.
I got a copy at home, I can send it to you.
If you would be so
Yes.
kind, that would be appreciated.
Yeah, I'll be glad to.
Isn't there a very old ordinance when the park was, use of that land was given to the village?
What?
Wasn't there a very old ordinance back when they gave the use of that land to the village for parks?
Oh, yeah, but that thing's probably brittle.
That'd be
That was
back.
back in 18.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that's what the park's named after, it's Goodell Park.
yeah. Okay, thanks, Carol. Okay, new business. Wage adjustment. Every year you guys, they give a wage adjustment for, correct me if I'm wrong, the hourly employees. And that would be Marla and Amanda, wouldn't it? Carol, is that how you guys
But
did it?
what?
You guys do Marla, the treasurer, or who did you get that to?
No, you just do,
Just
Marla.
Just Marla. Okay, do you remember what you usually give her? 300, okay.
Is it 300 or something like that?
Okay. What do you want to do, board?
Either stay at 300 or go up slightly, maybe another 25 bucks since the inflation is not crazy like that. But 300 is not too bad about it.
I would say 300 is not bad at all.
Yeah.
I make them,
Huh?
Can I make one suggestion? If you're gonna give her the same as last year, make sure you look it up before you just decide on a different wage, because one year we didn't look it up first and we had to redo it because we were
I
gonna
haven't
last.
just been there, so I can verify that it was 300
Yeah,
last year,
okay.
yeah, but definitely.
Okay, John. Did you have one?
everybody done?
Yeah.
Okay, I make a motion, we give her the same as we gave her last year.
Okay.
Second.
Ron, second. Roll call vote.
All right, Kathy,
Yes.
Jean,
Yeah.
John,
Yes.
Ron,
Yes.
Sandy C,
Yes.
Sandy Z.
Yes.
Who did this? Did you, Jean?
Yeah.
I'm Jean.
You called my name.
Okay.
And with mine, I forgot someone, sorry.
Then I just took my time.
We would.
Okay, motion carried. Burning. Had a lot of trouble with burning lately. I've spoken to everybody that did it. I warned one not to burn. He burned anyways. And I called it in over the burn ban, not over the ordinance, because they won't enforce our ordinance. It was burning shingles. It got relit a few days later with more construction debris and shingles, and they got called in again on the burn ban. I caught one that had a pile they were gonna burn, and I have told them it can't be burned, and it hasn't been at this point. Everybody knows the basic rule of thumb: if it can't grow on your property, you can't burn it. And we're gonna look at that burn ordinance real hard, because it's gotten out of hand. And there's been things called bonfires that have been nothing but garbage, or they throw garbage on it and throw branches over it. That's not a bonfire. And it's gonna have to get reined in, so you guys keep your eyes open. If you see any, let me know. I can't be everywhere looking, but when I do find it, I'll talk to them about it.
What's the penalty for, after a warning or two, what's the penalty? I know we gotta have some kind of.
And we've got, but it costs us more
Well, we have to raise it,
Yeah.
it costs us money,
Yeah.
of course, and something like, if we have anything
Yeah.
that costs us.
That's another one, where we've got to really get our ordinances gone, like Dale said, codified, and gone over the fine tooth comb, you know? And,
Well, I need to call the fire department. Have them come and put it out, because it was illegal, and it was and they kind of enjoyed it, some
Yeah.
good practice for them, they said a couple of times, but
building permit ordinance. We have ordinances in the zoning, there are chapters that talk about building. We have an amendment to a chapter 7 in the building permit that has to do with fees, etc. But we don't have just a clear-cut, flat building ordinance. That's something we need to work on. It's all there if you can go look through the zoning in that, but there's not a clear one. Gray areas. I got several calls about ours was building onto the back of the school. I went and talked to them. It is like a car open roof with posts going up. I told them they had to have a building permit. We dropped it off. They're gonna fill it out and get it back to us, and they apologized. He thought because it didn't have closed-in walls, it didn't have to. No, it's gotta have, it's load bearing. JR Regina, I got several calls on them. We're gonna clarify that one. They built a deck. It does not have load bearing walls, so technically, it does not require a building permit. I think it's something we need to look at when we redo our ordinance, but technically, it does not. They did not put a roof over it, it's not living area, it's not garage area.
What about the change of appearance?
That's what I was talking to Dale about. I mean, if he can come up, if Dale can come up with somewhere that says they violated it, then we will. But right now, because part of it's in zoning and there's not a real clear on the building, I honestly can't figure it out.
I was just thinking because of Mark Harry over there, when he built on the back of his house, like a doorway type.
Yeah. So,
And it changed the appearance and that, if it changed the appearance of the house or the garage or whatever, then.
As long as it doesn't change the capacity of the house. It didn't make the living space bigger for their deck,
But he had to.
and it's not load bearing. You know that gray house on Elm Street that they redid, where Tevin used to live, Polly?
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have to pay one, and they went to an attorney to make sure, and they did not have to pay for it, because it
Well, that's
wasn't
like
load bearing.
John said, we need to get these.
we need to work on it.
If they do it on one and then they don't do it on another, so we need to get them clarified.
And like I said, it's hard to figure out when you look at that, you know, and we're gonna work on these. It's gonna have to be we're gonna have to prioritize, we're gonna take an ordinance at a time. That's what I said. We were visiting the park ordinance, we might as well get one done. And once we get them all done, then we'll send them off, have them codified. What a codifier does, they read line by line, word by word, make sure that everything is basically holds up accordingly. And that's something we need to do. And that's nobody's fault. It was in 91 that they were last done.
Okay, John, I looked up tonight the one for the building permits, and for the decks,
Yeah.
the one that was passed in 2021-05,
Okay.
it listed decks,
Okay.
$25. But then when it was redone in 2021-06, they left decks off of it.
Okay.
So there's no
Yeah.
building permit
Yeah,
for
like
it.
that. I just wanted to clear that up
Yeah,
tonight
but
because
there's
there's a
those
lot
kind
of
of
talk about
status.
it.
Do we have that on file in here?
Huh?
Is that on file in here, what she just had?
we have with our thing?
No, what we have that we give out the building permit is simply that amendment to part 7 about the fees. That's why I said, we've got to get it all put into one ordinance, and that can be attached to every single building permit application.
So then, when, like ours that we're wanting to do, then that would be going to actually these guys here.
Yours will have to go to the zoning board of appeals to get a variance granted upon it. A variance means that you would be able to build it even though it didn't exactly fit the guidance of the zoning.
And if they did not have that, actually, then it would alter that to the board, because if they don't have trustees to carry out those permits, then it would be turned back to you. And I've already checked into that.
Dale, you wanna?
What is that again?
If they wouldn't have had their trustees, like they've got it now. But
You mean
before-
the zoning board?
Or the zoning board didn't have what they have now. If they say there was no zoning board, you know, and there's only one, it would return back to the town. And the town, the board would do the decision of whether they were granted. But you would have to have like your permits, your contractors or whatever, down the line of everything that you would do.
The state statutes
We never do that.
empowering villages to do so, provide for a zoning board. And so you should have a zoning board. I'm aware there are instances where some small villages has deteriorated to the point where they find a zoning board, which is sad. But that's what the statute provides. And so to the extent you can scrape up a zoning board, you should have a zoning board.
But if at that one point we didn't have, then it could go to that. That's all I'm saying. At
That is not in the statute.
Okay.
As
Well,
far as
that's a
I
different,
know, quoted to me, if you can find it, I don't think that's in the statute.
well, I could give it to you legally, easily.
Quote me the statute. That's where I derive my
I
source of
can,
law.
Dale, now that we got the list of people, we got enough people on
I've got enough
that.
now, so.
What are we looking at for a time frame to seat the zoning board now?
I will get you a
December
ordinance
meeting.
appointing them in December.
Okay,
That's an easy one. And after that, it's whenever they want to meet.
okay,
We do have to run a public notice in the local paper of the
Okay.
meeting before we do that.
okay.
We should have a petition on file to consider before the meeting. Okay? Saying what the legal description is and what you want to do.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's covered everything. It's got, you've got to have your.
Yeah, she's got it all put
I've got
together.
everything that I need, straight out. I've
Okay.
got it.
Okay, good.
Okay, so we should have a zoning board seated at the December meeting, and we can convene a meeting of the zoning board anytime after that.
That will be up to the chairman and the secretary of the zoning.
Yep, so that's about the best time frame we can work in right now.
Who's your zoning board?
Daryl, who we putting on there? We got the list.
Oh, is it who we had before?
How about that back? That's what I got.
Yeah.
But I think what she's also saying is that if the zoning board agrees on something, we have final say though, right? We can vote yes or no on what the zoning board, but we never ever vote against the zoning board, but we vote good if we had.
We could pre-approve it at the next meeting, depending on the zoning board's decision, so that they can get underway.
Please don't, please don't,
Oh, okay.
please don't.
Okay, okay.
The purpose of the zoning board is to hear evidence from the public.
Yeah, you're right.
Is to hear evidence from the public,
Okay.
whether this is a good idea or not, make a report to you.
Okay.
To the extent you make an initial decision as if that doesn't matter, then that would hurt us if anybody ever challenged the legality of the proceedings. So, please wait and do it.
Okay.
Did you resign or did you get resignations from your existing zoning board? Because the last ordinance for zoning, we had them do certain timeframes so that we had the oldest with certain timeframes in
I
there.
unappointed everybody from the zoning board, and I'm appointing a new zoning board.
You unappointed?
I'm unappointing everybody from the zoning board, appointing a new zoning board.
Why?
What's your opinion on that?
What was wrong with it?
Because we didn't have enough people.
Because it wasn't enough, there was people wanted off, we were appointing the zoning board, and that's that.
We didn't, you did.
Are there terms, like 6 years or 2 years each person, or just?
We had it set up for
Or-
terms.
Mhm.
Huh?
We had it set up for terms.
I believe
There are staggered terms for these things.
Yeah.
Can he do that when it was an ordinance though? Because it was a zoning ordinance where we set it up for terms of who was set up for what.
That's a good question. I have no idea.
Well, the other thing of it is, the people on the zoning board, even if they were appointed at that time and they decided they did not want to be on the zoning board anymore or not show up for any of the meetings or trying to reach out and say, we would like to have a meeting for situations like what we're having, that would help out a lot. If you don't have that, they've actually, to me, they relinquish their rights of being on the zoning board if they're not gonna be available to be on the board.
But they have to have that
Have to-
option.
But were they asked?
They have to have that option.
Yeah, I believe some of them were asked, as far as I know, because I know that, Mr. Templeton back there tried reaching out to a lot of the board members and got shut down. So yes, I would assume they were asked.
Were you advised?
We should be speaking out about this.
Yeah, that's, guys, this is getting out of hand, we got too much back for the public. Dale will look into, if I did it right, if I reappointed or not, okay? We'll look into it. Okay, I need to hire a backup snowplow driver. Board's talked to me, some board members have talked to me about it. I'm gonna do most of it, but I need somebody back for a backup driver. Richard Coffey has expressed an interest in it. Board, what do you think?
Fine, I think did it this last week.
Really?
I will say Richard was a very good snowplower when he did it before for the village.
I make a motion, can we make a motion on it?
Yep.
Yes, you make a motion, I make a motion that Richard Coffey be your backup when you're not able to do it.
A second.
You second. All in favor? All opposed?
Abstain.
Another question. How much we gonna pay him?
What do we pay the
Well, I
last
would-
guy?
Well, that was ridiculous.
I would say, is yours hourly, or is yours a flat rate when you do it?
It's not, it's
Okay.
part of the job.
Alright, so, yeah, okay. I was
Maybe
gonna say,
hour-
let him make
hourly.
what you were making, if he's stepping in to do it when you're not doing it, but,
I wouldn't expect him to do it for nothing.
no.
Truthfully, I think John should be paid too. I mean, that's my opinion. If you're gonna have one, pay one, and the other two. I mean, I know Richard's not expecting bank, so.
I don't know.
For him, no.
I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know. You guys wanna do it, it's up to the board.
Well, how many times, do you have an idea how many times he would be stepping in?
I have no idea. Might be none, might be a whole bunch, just all depends.
It wasn't many last year. I
You
think
got,
it was about 3 or 4
you guys want to
Hey,
pay hourly?
huh?
That's what they would do.
Oh. Do what now?
I was gonna ask you what hourly was, it was always hourly.
So, just as a reference point on little Google, the average hourly pay for a snowplow driver in Illinois as of November 4th, 2025 is $23.61. Just putting the average in Illinois out there for you guys to
There's a
consider.
few higher and a few lower, and then there's a lot probably right in that range. So is that 20 to 25 is probably the range we want to get in the motion.
I'll make a motion, and we're paying $20 an hour.
Gene made a motion, $20 an hour snowplow pay, driver pay. Second,
Second,
Kathy second, roll call vote.
Sorry, guys. John,
Yes.
Ron,
Yes.
G,
Yes.
Sandy, C,
Abstain.
Kathy,
yes.
and Sandy.
Yes. You don't have to abstain because
Yeah.
this is for about 10 or 20 years. It's not just for this one
Yeah.
job.
It was just, I didn't know, because usually do it one time at a time, so. I was-
Yeah.
Okay, well,
It'd be for whoever's hired.
Okay.
Whoever, okay, yes.
Okay, motion passed. Okay. Trustee report, new business, John,
Nope.
Ron,
No.
Gene,
Find out anything about the car down here.
I stopped, there was nobody there, but we will get him a letter now. What's his name? What we were talking about.
Yeah.
Get him,
Demolition.
get him a letter. And the letter on that motorhome too, that we, crossed the alley there. Okay, Kathy, you got anything, new business?
Just basically about the animals situation that happened in town. You know, I think, you know, it's nice to have people watching out for animals, because that was just a bad situation. And, you know, I think maybe thank you should go out to a lot of people that were involved in that as well.
And as far as we know, they both got rehomed.
And that's great.
Okay, Sandy Z. Sandy C.
Bathrooms are,
Split up these four for me.
split us up. Bathrooms are, winterized, what's the other thing? Oh, we were talking about the animal, that's why I was just gonna comment on that, the animals and stuff. I've heard, as far as Sandy asking for pictures of the animals and so have you gotten any response to that from anybody?
I've had a few people ask me if, you know,
Because I think
if
that's
we
good.
want them, they'll give them, they don't care.
Right.
I mean, I'm not asking for their personal information, I'm just asking for a
So you
dog's
see the
name,
background, yes.
who they own, who the owner is.
To be able
And
to
maybe a
identify.
picture, if we can, so we know what they look like. Then they can get right back to their owner, because some of them, there's like 3 or 4 dogs in town that look exactly the same.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly like
exactly the
rats.
same. And I know
You know
one
what I
dog,
mean.
and I yell
Yeah.
at the dog, and it'll
Yeah.
look at me. If I yell at the other dog that looks exactly like it, they just turn and run, and it's like, okay, that's not it. Who's that one?
But yeah,
But I really do think we need to do something, have somebody,
That is almost over.
Okay. Has everybody seen the
yeah,
bills?
I got loose on her.
You seen the bill? I've seen the bill.
Yeah, they got
Bills.
loose on her.
Bills?
We're sitting maybe.
Oh, limbo? Sorry about that. I didn't either, I thought,
Hey, John.
One that works, and that's the one you get.
I gotta back up there. On a couple of places that still need to be cleaned up.
yeah. You can talk to them.
Huh?
Yeah, one is across from you.
Well,
They started, but
the other one was also over there by, they own the horses over there. I can't think of their names now. They have, the lot is for sale.
huh?
That, you know where the brick house is?
Horse farm on the end of the street.
Yeah, the lot there.
What's the name?
It's been empty for a while.
You talking about up North Elm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sue's?
Sue's, that's it.
Yeah.
Because a few people have said, why aren't we, trying to see if we
Okay.
can get them to at least mow it and clean it up a
Okay.
little bit.
We'll work on that. Dale, we got a land purchase, we got everything to you guys.
I think we have all that. And we should be in the closing set up points.
Okay, I just wanted to read that. We done, still looking at bills?
Give us just one.
No, you're fine, I just,
Have you guys, did you guys see them? I just want to make sure that you know her.
I'll see what,
Oh, never mind, sorry.
remind me. I don't want to forget. Bad picture.
I make a motion to pay the bill.
John made a motion to pay the bills, second.
A second.
Gene second. Roll call vote for this money.
Jean,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Sandy C,
Yes.
Ron,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Sandy Z.
Yeah.
We're splitting you guys up, okay?
All right. Good.
Okay, public, JR,
You want me to?
Regina, one of you two, or you both?
I just have a favor to ask. I believe it's Wise on the corner, Wise's, I can't think of his first name.
Steve?
Is it the, bought Emmett's house?
Emmett's house.
Oh, Emmett Barron's old house?
Yeah.
That's next to Darrell, yeah.
It's Wise, isn't it? Their last name's Wise?
Isn't it?
Huh?
Isn't that Hunter?
Hunter Wise, yes, Hunter
yeah,
Wise.
yeah,
He has a dog that, I work from home now.
Yeah.
And he has a dog that he leaves outside all the time. I'm sure people have commented that it barks all day long. If we can just send a letter. I've talked to him and it stopped for a little while, but it's going again.
Yeah, it'd be our nuisance ordinance, keep
Yeah.
us in the letter, please. Just ask them to keep it in during the day or get the barking under control.
Yeah.
Miles?
Well, I didn't sign up.
Did you have
Teresa?
I went to the library to look at the notes from the previous meetings, and they're not in the library, and it was announced in this meeting that they'd be in the binder in the library to check out. The
Yes,
librarian called me and said they're not there at all, period. She didn't even know that they were supposed to be there to be checked out. So where do I go to check them out?
So you'll go to the website now. So they'll be up there, they will be posted now. They've been, I think you posted them, correct?
Not yet, we need the approved minutes from last meeting.
Not from last meeting, but they'll be up tonight,
You
but
have-
then, yes, I will be getting all the approved minutes up, posted tonight.
Carol, you got anything?
I put my name on there in case I had some.
Carol back there? Okay, appreciate it.
Jared,
I'll take my,
You're not on the list.
I am on the list.
Okay. You got 3 minutes.
When you won the election, the opposition, if you want to call it that, had a split on what should happen. So everyone wanted to sit and wait, and that first meeting came, and my God, it was a legal disaster. So one part of us said, just let him go, he'll hang himself, it will go over soon. The other part wanted to take him to court the very next day, because that's how obscene it was what you people pulled off. So, I promised everybody, 6 months, I won't say a word. Tonight's the 6-month anniversary. And the first place I'm going is Watsika, and I want to talk to who looks over you. You know, I know you're independent, but somebody, state's attorneys, there's somebody out there that looks over you. My God, you let these people get away with murder. And tonight, I'm blaming you. For the rest of the week, for the weekend, I'm blaming you, and I want to know why you let him do things like, for example, tonight, the agenda wasn't presented just 24 hours ago, not the 48. So you're allowed to meet by vote.
Yes, the agenda was posted within 40 hours.
Don't argue with him, it's not worth it. Let him speak, and we'll take him.
But I'm not gonna let him
So
speak
just-
until I didn't do my job. It was posted 48 hours in advance.
So just like the first meeting when they didn't post the agenda, they're allowed to talk. But as soon as money comes up, they have to stop. In that first meeting, he allowed $20,000 to walk out the door. So I want to know, where's the parliamentarian? I mean, you went to college for this, and you're letting this happen. So for this weekend, I'll be in Watsika, and I'll be talking about that. And everyone else, watch yourselves. Some people are-
Are you
some people are-
threatening us?
Are you
Are you
threatening us? I feel threatened.
I do. I actually feel like, yep, that's fine, I'll call.
You're calling 911?
He's on,
No, you don't.
he's on recording. You've been disrupting meetings for as long as I can ever remember, you've never been happy with anything. I listen to what you say, JR, and I take it into account.
Okay.
When you
So-
point your finger at somebody,
Can I say something here? let me say
There was
something.
no disturbing of the.
JR, you know, I've known a lot of you guys for a long time.
We know you.
Yes, you do, Carol. You do know me. And I tell you what, it wasn't until I got back on this board, what you guys wanted me to do, all you wanted me to do, and what did I say? You know, when you guys called me and said, hey, you want it? I was like, nah, I didn't want it. I'm being straight. I didn't want it. But you guys were happy you weren't, you know, on it. You know, you wanted, you know,
Did you?
to have a fresh start because you guys have seen everything. JR,
You know, there hasn't been
Hold
a
up.
single no-vote. in this board
JR,
since
don't
May
get off the
1st.
subject.
Not a single one.
Okay, but you know what?
Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Don't move.
Ron made a motion to adjourn, second.
Here's the PDF files.
Huh?
The PDF files, almost forgot.
The ordinance.
Yeah, I got them.
Thank you, Miles.
We're adjourned.